Safe path to peace. The Philippine government and the country's largest Muslim rebel group signed a peace deal in March 2014 that many hope will end decades of fighting on the southern island of Mindanao. The deal grants mostly Muslim areas of Mindanao greater political autonomy in exchange for an end to armed rebellion. The Swiss Foundation for Mine Action, FSD, has been active in the Philippines since 2003, mainly in non-technical survey and mine risk education.
Hello! Welcome to FSD. My name is Susan Martinez and I am a Community Liaison Officer. This is our program. We are now about to conduct a mine risk education. Come, join us!
Mine and unexploded ordnance risk education is a key element of the project in Mindanao. This includes giving tailored safety messages to help minimize the risk for people living and working in and having to travel through contaminated areas. FSD is the leading organization carrying out risk education in the areas of Maguindanao, North Cotabato, Lanao del Sur, and Lanao del Norte. In order to establish lifelong safe behavior, it's important to target children as young as possible with mine risk education.
Tama sinabi ni Luigi Jan, no? Luigi Jan, no? Luigi Jan.
FSD risk education teams visit schools in the most affected areas. Children of all ages flock to the meeting hall. They are still in play mode, chattering loudly. But once the session starts, all eyes and ears are on the presentation. The risk education teams use different strategies like showing magic, dancing, and singing. These songs with safe messages have been field tested. The children practice singing the songs with the FSD teams. They enjoy while learning safe messages and at the same time confirm that they understand the messages and prevent from unsafe behavior in terms of unexploded ordnance. The teams always carry out icebreakers to grab young children's attention. Each team member has their own strategy and unique style to deliver mine risk education. After the risk awareness sessions, FSD places a large billboard in every barangay with information about UXO and who to report it to if they find it.
We greatly appreciated all the efforts of the Swiss Foundation for Mine Action for helping us train the Child Protection Working Group in Central Mindanao, who are also working now as volunteers to conduct mine risk education sessions in conflict-affected areas in the province of Maguindanao. We also found it very relevant and useful to support the ongoing peace process, particularly the annex on normalization.
FSD goes from house to house to inform each family, especially housewives, about the UXO risk in their specific area as they walk to the river to draw water or into forests to collect firewood. This is also an opportunity for FSD to receive information about suspicious items that have been spotted in home gardens in the surrounding areas directly by the households. The FSD teams immediately contact police or Army EOD teams to ensure the threat is removed.
FSD surveyed nearly 300 barangays for the entire 4 provinces in Mindanao to conduct clearance to the areas where unexploded ordnance contamination to provide safety of the people. Last year and 2014, we have covered 601 mine risk education sessions and delivered safety messages to 17,856 beneficiaries. These beneficiaries include internally displaced persons, returnees, and community, and especially our children.
Now that you have seen the mine risk education for adults and children, FSD team will conduct a non-technical survey to locate unexploded ordnance and gather relevant information directly from the communities of Midsayap, North Cotabato. Let's see them in action.
The survey teams are the eyes and the ears of FSD. Their job is to go into communities to find out what and where the problem is. The non-technical survey involves working with communities, development agencies, and local authorities to gather information about the location and extent of unexploded ordnance and how their presence affects the way people live from day to day.
Ibu-libong pagkasalamat po sa FSD.
We would like to thank FSD for conducting unexploded risk education sessions. The risk-taking behaviors that we basically don't know that these things are dangerous. People are curious when they see an unknown object on the ground. Our children start playing with it because they are colorful and quite attractive like toys.
Partnership between the Philippine Campaign to Ban Landmines and the Swiss Foundation for Mine Action actually dates back to more than 10 years. With the current signing of the peace agreement of the government and the MLF last March, it has given the mandate to FSD and PCBL to be the one leading the clearance operations between the government and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front. And also, it includes a provision on mine risk education. It has also achieved quite a number of success. In some areas, we could say that there are less UXO victims. It has already pushed for a joint operations and the establishment of the Bangsamoro Future Mine Action Center.
Ito yung mga graduates ng
FSD hosts regular technical working groups to meet with its partners and mine risk education volunteers to discuss the plans, lessons learned, and achievements.
The FSD program is now in its second year of funding under the European Union's Instrument for Stability. Our part in this is part of the normalisation within the peace process. I think it's fair to say that UXO in and around the village and the constant threat of death or serious injury from this is not normal, and nor should it be. If this was my village, if these were my kids, I'd want something done about it. So what are we doing about it? Well, we start off with survey. We go into the barangays and we find out where the UXO is and what effect, what impact it has on the villagers' lives. Where there is UXO, then we carry out risk education. We warn people about the dangers, we advise them of safe behaviours. We do this either with our own FSD teams or using local volunteers, specially trained to deliver messages in the village's own language and with messages they can relate to. Of course, the villagers are going to ask us, well, what are we going to do about this now? You know, are you going to get rid of it? Well, yes, we call on the army, we call on the police COD teams, and they come out and they destroy and remove it all. But they can't be everywhere. So the next part of the project is to train up local volunteers as EOD technicians to assist the army, to assist the police COD teams, and so help with the peace process. That way we can return land to the villagers free of UXO.
Safety is a right for all. And in Mindanao, raising awareness about explosive remnants of war is one way to help achieve it.